Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be continuing into part 8 of what if Kami taught Goku to control his tail. If you haven't seen part 7, there is a title card where you can go check it out and see what happened in the last part. But today we'll be going into the Battle of Gods arc. What have future Gohan been up to with the Kais? Has Goku trained Buu to be a good part of the Z Fighters? Also, I own a Discord for anyone who wants to join and talk more about Dragon Ball with me and other viewers. Maybe get out some of your own what if ideas, and maybe in the future I could do them. The link is in the description down below. Without further ado, let's dive into part 8 of what if Kami taught Goku how to control his tail. Some time has passed since the threat of Buu. The entire Sun family has been training with Buu on the regular now, and everyone has been seeing some benefits, with Buu being as strong as Goku, Goten having Super Saiyan 2, and Gohan on learning to try to perfect the form that he used against Cell all those years ago. Gohan even started a family with this girl named Videl. Yes, forgot to mention, even with things playing out differently, Gohan having a more normal life outside, he still end up with Videl. With Piccolo, after achieving the new orange form, his growth in strength has been so rapid that even Pikkon is having trouble with catching up. Started training with his father, Yamcha, and the other Earthling Z fighters, and he showed great strength. Time came for Bulma's party, and everyone was there, even Buu and Pikkon, as they started to celebrate her party as normal. Away on the Supreme Kai's planet, future Gohan has been training non-stop after being picked up from the Kais to try to correct the breaking of the rule of time traveling. His training and growth has been leaps above what everyone else has been up through on Earth. Far away, a cat wakes up from his sleep and calls out to his angel. Beerus tells Whis that it is time to look for the Super Saiyan God that he has been dreaming about. Whis would go through a search for all the Saiyans and would pick up on 3 that were on Earth. He talks about Goku, who has destroyed Buu and is the strongest one on Earth. He then talks about Gohan with the legendary Super Saiyan form that he had when fighting against Cell, and the one who he outs as being a time traveler since he looks similar to Gohan. But he is currently training with the Supreme Kai right now and no doubt is the strongest Saiyan out of anyone else. When Beerus heard about the time traveling, he grew angry quickly. He told Whis that they will stop to the planet of the Kais to see this time traveler, either to destroy him or if he's lucky enough to be the Super Saiyan God that he is looking for. They would arrive to the Kai's planet rather quickly, to the shock of the Supreme Kai. Future Gohan did know how to show respect and bow down to the God Destruction, as he asked Supreme Kai if this was the person that he would be fighting. Beerus hears this and gives a remark to the Supreme Kai which scares him. Beerus explains that he is looking for the Super Saiyan God. Future Gohan never heard about this legend, but he does say that he is rather strong and could try his best to give him a fair fight. Beerus says that he knows Future Gohan is a time traveler, and it is against the rules for mortals to mess with time. But if he can prove that he is the fighter he is looking for, then he might spare him and the people of Earth. Future Gohan gets nervous, as he now, once again, the fate of everyone else is on his hands, but he will use every ounce of strength he has to fight Beerus. Future Gohan powers up to his mystic form and goes into a brawl against the God of Destruction. At first, Future Gohan thinks he is up to taking Beerus down, but with a flick of his finger, he sends Future Gohan flying. He is shocked about how immense his strength is, and even his power level. Yes, Future Gohan can sense God Ki, since he has been training with gods. He asks Supreme Kai who this opponent is, and reveals that he is the God of Destruction, as this shocks Future Gohan even further. This fight isn't really a fight. Don't get me wrong, Future Gohan does put up a better fight compared to Super Saiyan 3 Goku in canon, but he isn't super strong. He does manage to make Beerus put up a little more effort, but he's still easily thrown away. Future Gohan, knowing what is at stake, he keeps getting back up, not giving up on the fight that decides his fate and the fate of everyone else. Beerus begins to get bored and throws a stronger sucker punch to Future Gohan as he falls over. Beerus is disappointed as he expected more coming from a Saiyan training under the Kais, as he prepared to Hakai Future Gohan. Future Gohan is angry. All his training was for nothing, as he is gonna die, but what's worth is the planet that he swore to protect will get destroyed. As soon as Beerus shoots the Hakai, Future Gohan yells out loud as a beam is created that blinds everyone, and Future Gohan uses the instant transmission technique to dodge the Hakai. Beerus looks over to be much more impressed with this new fighter, as his power grows exponentially. Future Gohan wastes no time and charges at Beerus, and round 2 begins. This fight is much more intense and makes Beerus use a lot more power compared to his first round. Now this fight was felt all over the Kai's planet and even out in outer space. This fight is much more intense compared to Super Saiyan God Goku versus Beerus. Beerus begins to use more power and goes out of control with being so excited with this fight. Future Gohan powers up to his fullest, and their clash continues. They both exchange blasts that they dodge and continue their fight. It rumbles out to King Kai as he could feel it, and also some Z fighters on Earth. They couldn't fully feel it, but something was definitely going on out in somewhere in space, but they couldn't sense it. Overall, the fight goes on for a while and no doubt satisfies Beerus, and dubs the form that Future Gohan achieved as Super Saiyan God rather than Beast, because they had no ritual, so no one knows what the true Super Saiyan God is, but this timeline would be known as Super Saiyan God. Future Gohan does power down, being completely exhausted, but glad to have pleased Beerus. Decided to spare Future Gohan as he did like this strong fighter, even though he broke the rules, and is somewhat jealous that the Supreme Kai took him first. He's happy with this fight, but is curious about the Saiyans on Earth, pays them a little visit, just to see their strength and maybe take them in so Whis could train them. Supreme Kai is glad Beerus is happy and quickly goes to Gohan to aid him as he is badly hurt. Beerus and Whis arrive on Earth, and it shocks everyone as they introduce themselves and are looking for the Saiyans as Beerus wants to spar with them. Without having the threat of Earth being destroyed, their sparring goes rather well. Goku is excited to face off a god. With Super Saiyan 4, the fight between Beerus with Raditz or Goku is pretty much one-sided with Beerus, but it's still somewhat interesting because without God Ki, they made him use up to 10% of his power. Beerus would face Gohan as well, trying to make him angry so that he would use that same form he did when he was younger. Gohan was unsure as to whether to lose control. Gohan was unsure as he could lose control when he uses the form, but Beerus confidently said that he could easily take him down, even with the form. Gohan then tries his best to tap back into the form, and with the help of Beerus threatening to destroy the planet, he does get what he wants. And by facing Gohan with this power, Beerus notices that Gohan's strength begins to grow stronger and stronger the more they fight. Beerus likes this form, but does end it quickly because of how out of control he is, and would take a bit for Gohan to get a near much power level to Beerus. He does commend the Saiyans, saying that they are all strong for being mortals, and does mention the fight that he had with future Gohan, which made Goku happy for his son to have grown very strong, and asks Beerus if they could train under him, which Beerus does allow, as he would like to fight them when they are much stronger. Beerus will prepare to leave, but is stopped by Boo, asking if he could have a shot against the God of Destruction, and Beerus does know about Boo, but he does seem a lot different, from looking more like Goku. And Beerus does still have the energy, so he wouldn't turn down a fight. Even though Boo is close to the strength of Goku in his Super Saiyan evolution form, he is definitely a lot harder to fight against, since of his unique magical abilities. Beerus does find his abilities intriguing and entertaining in the battle, having to try extra to damage Boo. This fight will go on for a bit, but ultimately Beerus would come out on top. Then Piccolo would like to face Beerus, as he goes into his orange form. Beerus will start getting tired, and he does acknowledge Piccolo's strength, and allows him to tag along to his planet, but would not fight him right now. Piccolo would love to, but he doesn't think it's wise to have all the strongest fighter off their planet, so he and Gohan would take turns going off to train with him. Future Gohan would teleport back to Earth and greet everyone. He's glad to be back on Earth, and even told Beerus that he would continue his training with him, and this makes Beerus glad. Goku asks to see what form he used against Beerus, and when he transformed into his now called Super Saiyan God form, this amazes everyone of the power. So heading to Beerus' planet would be Goku, Raditz, both Gohans / Piccolo with our normal timeline Gohan switching with Piccolo, and even Majin Buu, to continue their training and grow stronger. Whis would have had a lot on his hand with having 6 different fighters, well more, 5 since Gohan will be switching with Piccolo, but Gohan does want to learn to control his form, so he can use it whenever. Future Gohan would want to grow more powerful in his base so that he can grow stronger in his new transformation. Piccolo would actually start to match up with future Gohan's form after learning God Ki and training to grow much stronger. Goku and Raditz would train and end up being able to sense God Ki. Learning God Ki did give them a big boost in power with their Super Saiyan evolution form. Whis does begin to train them a certain technique that they could achieve, but does tell them that not even Beerus have attained the technique, but they both don't quit on the challenge. Now with Buu, he is definitely growing to be the rival of future Gohan's God form. He quickly is learning God Ki and is training with the two Saiyans to learn this special technique. And even Whis could sense that Buu could be the one to obtain it first. Months would pass on of hard training and the 6 fighters have grown to be very powerful. Still yet, no one attained the technique Whis is talking about. But everyone's power has grown exponentially. Nothing happens on Earth or anywhere else in space. The restoration of F would not occur as in this timeline Frieza never learned about the Dragon Balls, so none of his armies would try to resurrect him. And maybe none of his army is even alive since the invasion of Earth arc back a few parts ago. Even if there were some of his army left, they cannot fight anyone on Earth to get the Dragon Balls, or even by the off chance if they found out about Namek. With Piccolo and Pikkon training them, they couldn't face any of the Namekians as they are much stronger. So that whole movie would be avoided and peace would remain on Earth until one day, while the fighters are training on Beerus' planet, another but bigger purple cat would arrive on the planet. And that's where we're going to leave it off for now. Tell me how you think about part 8 and how it did with the Battle of God arc. How will having the beast form much earlier do for the Z fighters as we go into the next arc? Will the others achieve a greater form or grow any stronger? Since everyone is stronger, would any future threat be a problem for them? What could have happened differently? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. I would love to hear them. If y'all are interested and enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be alerted whenever I post another part. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next part. See ya.